Good day, ladies and gentlemen, CycloneDuke here once again with some Orcs Must Die 2 gameplay, playing on Mage difficulty as the Sorceress, going to 5 Skull Chasm here, level 3. I start out with just a couple of acid traps, just on the wall to get this nice kill zone. Look at all that crossfire, anything that walks in here is going to die pretty fast. And my skulls that I've spent, again this is just a fresh profile so I don't have tons of skulls. I only have weapons and abilities that any player would have as they start their campaign. And I put most of my skulls this time into the acid walls to make them shoot a bit farther and to deal more damage, and then whatever skulls I have left over just to make that trap reset on the freezing floor trap cool down a little bit faster. The more and more I play as a sorceress, the more I realise you really got to be using her charm all the time. She is pretty useless at killing orcs with her wand. Even that charge up explosion can't kill basic grunt orcs, at least not in a radius. You'll kill one guy, but you know, so what? So you gotta be making use of that charm. Charm the first guy of a wave, let all of his friends turn on him to kill him, and once he dies he explodes, which deals damage and stuns, and then hopefully your charged up shot from the wand should be enough to finish off a few orcs, if not severely damage them. Now something that I do want to do is fully upgrade the wand so that the charm death explosion deals as most damage as possible, so I can see if then that damage plus the charged shot from the wand will kill basic orcs. Now this level is tricky because you've got two fronts and you're always going to have to be running between them. Thankfully now they only have to go to the one area on the bridge, so you can kind of just stand there. Now what I've done so far is I've sent the cart back the other way, because the other path is more condensed. It has more traps, it has more freezing traps, it's a tighter area where the orcs are less likely to survive. Now the reason I send the cart this way is because they can walk along the cart tracks to avoid the freezing traps, which especially for kobolds is a lot of trouble. So by sending the cart to the more efficient kill zone, I make it even more proficient, you know? Which means I can just about ignore this path here and keep most of my attention on the emptier path where there's less traps, where there's less freezing traps. And that's really what I tend to do on most areas like this. Just completely saturate one path with traps to ensure that nothing survives, and then give your own attention elsewhere. Again, as Sorceress, just going to be charming up these enemies and then charge blasting them to get some nice AoE damage. If you're playing on Mage, you'll likely have an easier time. I do find that playing the Sorceress is genuinely, so far, a bit harder than playing on the Mage. The Mage is blunderbuss, while you've lost your headshot ability and the grenade is kind of bad. She just cannot kill orcs with her weapon. She needs to completely devote her attention to it with charming and with charging up that shot. The Mage can just one-shot a lot of orcs by just shooting them in their chest. So honestly, if you're a new player, or if you're finding the Sorceress a bit difficult, I would say try the Mage. I wouldn't say he's better, but he is a bit simpler because he doesn't have to use this frigging wand. Now as always, when you're playing on these kinds of maps where your attention is split, you gotta keep your eye on that minimap up at the top right. Make sure that there's no red dots running towards the exit that you're not aware of. But we're just about finished here. This is the last wave, and really all you gotta do is get your wall traps up, then get your slowing control traps up on the floor. And as always, stay active and keep your eye on that minimap. You gotta keep your eye on the minimap always when you're playing this game. Because, especially again while Sorceress, your attention is fully focused on killing orcs. If you don't keep some of your attention on that minimap, one little kobold is going to run through and ruin your perfect score. But that's pretty much the end of this map, so I'll leave it here and I will see you in level 4. Thanks for watching, guys. All the best.